go interactive with
Me, Kelly. Talking with the community about Remembrance Day, there's all sorts of different opinions, emotions, feelings, but everybody remembers. So what does Remembrance Day mean to you?
It's an important time for me. I really am thankful that all those men and women were willing to give of their time and their life, some of them, for us.
We had some relatives that fought in the war. My father was in the Korean War, and my stepfather was in the Second World War, along with my mother.
It just makes me think of everyone who passed away in the world wars.
My dad lost buddies. He used to talk about friends that were really close to him and never came back after the war.
We had a air raid shelter in our basement. My dad ended up being home guard, fallen arches thing. But lots of aunts, uncles involved in the war. Some didn't come home.
I think that's just something we have to not ever forget.
I was a little kid in Manitoba, and so we had an airfield about every 20 miles. So I've seen lots of planes flying around at night and the daytime.
For me, Remembrance Day means just taking a moment to remember the sacrifice that all the Canadian soldiers made for our country.
Some of the guys that were our older neighbors, older boys, didn't come back.
It's a pretty significant reflection on what we have.
Remembrance Day, it means more than probably any other holiday, I would say, right? It means what sacrifices people took back in the day and what they're still doing today.
I think it's just really important to recognize the history and remember what you were taught in school, basically, because that's when they really ingrain it.
When my grandsons were little, I used to take them down to the cenotaph and the service, and they had to go over and thank their grandpa for the freedoms, and they would barely be able to talk, "Thank you, Grandpa," and so we raised the kids that way so that they would remember why we live in a free country.
We should be so grateful, and especially being here in Canada, and this is paradise, isn't it?